It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. Did you try it? In this video, we're going to look at some fascinating fun facts that you probably don't know. Humans can usually hold their breath for a few seconds, maybe a few minutes. But there is an animal that can hold their breath for an insane amount of time. For comparison, Stéphane Mifsud, who holds the world record for breath hold, spent 11 minutes and 35 seconds without breathing, and Natalia Molchanova, who maintains the women's world record, spent 9 minutes and 2 seconds underwater. Now, how long do you think this animal can hold his breath? 40 minutes, that is how long. By slowing their heart rate, sloths can go 40 minutes without breathing. Pretty impressive, right? Speaking of impressive things, as you know, the elephant is the heaviest terrestrial animal and weighs, on average, 6 tons. But did you know that the tongue of the blue whale weighs that much? Yes, just the tongue of a whale can weigh as much as an African bush elephant, and their hearts are the size of a mini car, weighing up to 900 kilograms. Because of the massive scale of the heart, it beats so loudly that it can be heard 3 kilometers away through sonar equipment. Also, every time it beats, it pumps 220 liters of blood, so the heart only has to beat once every 10 seconds. Do you like eating a popsicle on a hot day? Well, you have an 11-year-old boy to thank for. In 1905, a boy named Frank Epperson left soda powder mixed with water outside and went to sleep. Since he used a stirring stick, forgot it inside the cup, and it was a cold night, the soda froze and became what we came to know nowadays as a popsicle. This is a seal doing what is called a banana pose. Seals do this when they're feeling content and safe, but they also do this to regulate their temperature and to keep their extremities nice and dry. As for myself, I do a similar pose while sitting on a chair, but that's because I'm lazy. What about you? At the beginning of the video, you learned that you can't hum with your mouth and nose closed. Do you know why? When you hum, the air inside of you has to escape from somewhere. So if your mouth and nose are closed, it cannot escape anywhere. And that is why the humming stops very quickly. If you haven't tested, give it a try. Why is China building a huge data center underwater? You have probably heard that you should not use your computer near water, because the two don't mix well, and you could end up losing your computer, right? Well, not in China. They're building a computer to be used underwater. Computers generate heat when you use them, like when you play games on your phone and it starts to get hot. So the Chinese had the idea to use water to cool their systems, more specifically, ocean water. The power of this underwater computer is equivalent to 60,000 traditional computers working simultaneously. Let's just hope that no fish lives near those computers, because things will certainly heat up. Speaking of fishes, there is such an animal that is used for preparing one of the deadliest dinners. Blowfish, or pufferfish, are very dangerous because of the toxins present in their body. Some sea creatures, such as tuna and sharks, are capable of eating them without any problems. But the amount of toxin present in one blowfish is enough to kill 30 adult humans, and an antidote doesn't exist. Despite the risks, many people insist on eating these fish. In Japan, only licensed chefs are allowed to prepare dishes containing the animal. But don't think this fish is pure evil. In fact, they are great artists. The blowfish, or pufferfish as they are also called, spend a week sculpting a breathtaking image at the bottom of the ocean. These little architects swim their bodies through the sand to create a mandala-like figure in hopes to attract a female. They have to do this fast so that it is not washed away by water currents. When a female passes by, she analyzes their art and chooses the one she likes the most, and then lay eggs at the center. Scientists still don't know what the females look for when choosing the perfect circle. Some speculate they choose the biggest circles, which can have as much as 2 meters in diameter. Have you ever put in so much work to impress a partner? Let us know in the comments after you like the video and subscribe. Moving on to the surface of the world. Do you know what happens when you get a sunburn? Well, the skin coming off of your body is actually your dead cells. Your body eliminates them because the sun is so powerful that it damages your DNA. These damages can lead to unexpected consequences and even cancer, so your body is usually smart enough to kill those cells, and that's why you get red. It's your body trying to repair the damage. How fresh do you think the apples you buy in the supermarket are? A week old? Well, by the time they hit the shelves, they are probably a year old. When they are harvested, which happens between the months of August and November, they put them in bins of water to test for quality. The ones that float on the water are discarded. After that, a wax is applied to the fruit to improve the sheen and seal in moisture. With those preparations in place, they go into a cold room with controlled oxygen levels, where they will sleep for 6 to 12 months. The United Kingdom has been the largest consumer of tea in the world since the 18th century. But did you know that British military tanks are equipped to make tea? There is a boiling vessel inside in case the crew wants to make tea, even during battle. It was originally an upper-class drink in Europe, but as time passed by, it spread to the masses and eventually became an accessible and common drink. Do you believe in luck? Some people have good luck charms, like a four-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, or a horseshoe. William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States, while meeting his supporters, came face-to-face with a little girl who asked for his carnation. After giving his good luck charm to the little girl, he was shot by a man a few minutes later and died. Would you like to win the house of your favorite cartoon character? In 1997, Pepsi, Fox, and Kaufman and Broad Home Builders held a competition in which the winner could choose between $75,000 and a life-size replica of The Simpsons house. That is pretty cool, right? However, the winner of this competition, Barbara Howard, chose the money instead of the house. Imagine the disappointment of the companies involved and the die-hard Simpsons fans who wanted that house. The architects spent more than 50 hours analyzing old episodes of the show, ensuring as much detail was implemented as possible. At 2,200 square feet, the house was built and furnished almost exactly as it appears on TV. The only big difference was the address, which, of course, was not the same as the one on the show. It took 49 days in total to build, and on August 1, 1997, it was unveiled to the public. The winner explained she lived almost 2,000 miles away on a farm in Richmond, Kentucky, and needed the money to support her family instead. Sometime after that, thousands of people lined up to see the house, with queues as long as 2 hours at a time when it first opened to the public. Eventually, the house was sold, and the new owner changed the color of the outside walls and said she always locks the doors because the house is famous and might attract people who might want to take a peek inside. The funny thing is, from time to time, she receives letters addressed to the Simpson family.
If you found it interesting, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you, and have a nice day.